Okay, the Thor crossover coming out.
2, 1, brawl.
Etro looking real popular lately in these days. And I think that was just, again, another thing that Sparky said. It seems like a lot of people are just really doubling down on Force lately. So if you got a high Force character playing your weapons and you like their SIGs, go ahead and try them out.
Yeah, I would say it's that, and then also the recurring theme of Orb is just in a very good spot right now in terms of just meta placement. So MegD, we did see MegD playing earlier using the Petra as well to hang around in the elimination side bracket. Let's see if he can keep on this run.
And MegD so far does have the stage advantage, but yeah, nothing crazy happening yet. That neutral SIG is going to try to catch him as he runs over. Neutralite. Okay. Jeff's starting to get some big hits here. Those hammers, they may not do a lot of combos every time, but each hit will do quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, and on the contrary, with a weapon like Gauntlets in the hands of MegD, you kind of have to watch out for some of the dodge patterns that Jeff is eventually going to bring out. Big signature, enough to disarm. MegD trying to fight their way back towards the ground. Jeff patrolling it. Does get the orb. No whiff punish in sight for the side light. MegD a little bit more initiative now with the recovery, forcing Jeff to land on the soft platform.
Okay, hold up. Jeff getting sent out, but just not past that blast zone just yet. He's got to watch the way he gets back.
Oh my, that was crazy high up to go for that. MegD, a very brave gravity cancel, finds the hit, gets the disarm as well. Jeff still no weapon in sight. Now again, just running straight over to the spawn saying, yeah, you got to come to me now.
Yeah, needed that little extra oomph. Every time you see that, it's because you just want to guarantee it. And recovery sometimes might work, but getting the GC neutral heavy, it's always going to be a little more power there. So make sure he gets Jeff past that blast zone. And now Jeff wants to go ahead and even it up as quick as possible. Got the orb in hand. The bounce, not enough.
Off the wall potentially. Yeah, gets it right there. Great answer from Jeff. Gets a bit of a weapon starve as well as MegD comes off the respawn.
Right.
It is orb v orb action. MegD. Some damage early. Can't connect with too much more. Now we're just going to be trading some down airs back and forth until someone can find the first initiating hit. MegD clips him out of the sky with the recovery.
The orb v orb gameplay coming up for you right now, but as of right now, it looks like MegD is on the winning side of that orb v orb. In fact, getting Jeff disarmed. Now Jeff got another orb in hand, but I think he might want to try to go over to his hammer. It seems like the orb v orb not really working out to him for him too much.
Okay, let's see. Is it high angle? Yep, just goes right over MegD, but once again, can just sidelight out. That's the weapon toss. It didn't disarm. Jeff's got plenty of movement to touch, but MegD waits for it that time. There it is. And that's exactly what you need to do on Gauntlets, right? Keep a lock on what the dodge patterns are going to be. MegD closes this one out. A very healthy stock lead.
Okay. All right, Jeff right now does get a hammer back in hand. One of the things I haven't seen too much from him just yet, though, I mean, Jeff was definitely throwing out some SIGs last time I watched him last year. Maybe he's kind of calmed it down a little bit, but or he just hasn't found the way that he can start throwing these SIGs out. I've seen a couple of neutral SIGs, but that's about it. As of right now, though, MegD is just moving around him, bro. Like,
armed again.
So elusive with the gameplay. The sidelight side here from the middle of the stage not going to be enough, but the next one will definitely do it. Looks for the recovery, and Jeff almost ended it all right there, going a little too far off the stage. Just find the wall, though.
And this is a big pattern MegD was going for a lot in the earlier winners side sets that we got on the side stream. MegD will do the classic sidelight side air. Of course, if it secures the KO, great. But oftentimes, players will just drip heavy in towards center, just wanting to find some safe ground to land on. And MegD will clip with the recovery going the other way. It wasn't enough right there. MegD does find the first game, maintains this lead. Let's see what Jeff can do right here in response.
And kind of made that quick work, too, man. That two stock right there is not the way that you want to open up this set to try to get to your qualifier at the very least. But MegD says this is a great time. Wait for me to go ahead and open up, as he also has a chance, to qualify clearly here if he's able to get this W on Jeff. Jeff, one decent, finisher right there with that down air. But okay, maybe not the stage, but the Patrick is out as a Terrace crossover. So hold on, how's he feeling, bro?
I mean, look, we said it before. It's the overlap, right? You gotta have one in the pocket, especially with how strong this legend might be. Maybe he did it on purpose, maybe he didn't. I have a feeling we might actually see the swap here, though.
I mean, I see no reason not to. As we've always said, this man Terrace is a real menace, if you will. So he's able to make it happen. Why not? I mean, I like this swap more than looking for another orb legend, because I do feel like his hammer was doing a little more than his orb. Looks like the Terrace will be stepping up to the plate
3,
But MegD, I mean,
2,
no slouch of seeing
1,
this matchup
ball.
more often than not. And because he is known as the defensive powerhouse, hasn't really played so defensive this time, but I feel like he's been played elusive. Is really the word that I want to use right now. He's been finding the ways to get around all of the hits that Jeff wants to throw out, and then also getting clean platinum punishes on him as well. So.
Yeah, we were saying it on the side stream as well with some of the MegD sets. Like, you know, exactly like you said, I think just a defensive powerhouse. We've kind of come to know MegD as this player who is so good at changing tempos and really slowing the match down.
Right.
But we're not seeing that as much, especially with this onset of the Petra change recently.
Oh. Okay, box up. A lot of down airs coming, starting to register. Not a lot of damage or hits registering so far for Jeff, but because he is on that Taros, doesn't need that many hits. Meanwhile, getting some nice little 4-piece right there from MegD.
Jeff stomping around though a little bit, gets the scoop up, trying to protect around the weapon, but it's side air, the quick pickup, and exactly why you pick these legends, right? In the favorable stage positioning, you can get those stocks pretty early.
Every time too. I mean, like it's so unfortunate when you see that whiff from Jeff or from anybody, and then they get turned around, sidelight Sarah reversed. Oh, wait.
Yeah, this is really awkward for both players. I think Jeff just chills it out for a second, tries to wait for MegD to come back, and yeah, I don't blame you. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he just lets it rock unarmed. Why not?
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to try to get something going for him. Unfortunately, can't get past that top blast on Jess yet, but he's now got the hammer in hand. Sayer should be able to do it from literally anywhere if he can find it. He's looking. Neutral light.
Not stomping around quite yet, though. Okay, MegD with every passing hit, gets Jeff into yellow, but of course, Stomp Sayer will find the stock.
Hey, Stomp Sayer, that's what, you know, the old reliable, for sure. He says, stop that stop sign and stop with this lead. That's what he's trying to say right now, but he has to get some more damage here on the board. Once again, MegD always being able to get a clean whiff punish. Sidelight Sayer pushing him right back off the stage.
Okay, now watch this awkward positioning. Again, if Jeff is positioned kind of like exactly below or above MegD, it's a little bit awkward on how you figure out your landings. So MegD is going to try to come down, waits for the drift over so he can pick up the Sayer. Oh, and again, look, the recovery towards the other direction. So many of these players are just going deep towards center.
Nice. Sent to the other side. But,
oh my gosh!
Just knighted him real quick. Do not try to recover here, Jeff. Big ground pound here for Jeff. That's kind of uncharacteristic, really, of MegD. I think they were trying to recover like so haphazardly either. I'm surprised he was even in a position to get hit by that. But Jeff, knowing when to capitalize, looks good, gets himself a lead. Probably not going to keep it for long, yo. Side air, always going to do it in that exact position. Jeff has got to do a better job of claiming some center stage.
For sure. But just like that, I mean, it's anybody's game. Look at it. So Jeff, a couple of strong hits already. We see the power of Taros in action once again. Once he can find a weapon, I mean, it's just a couple confirms away from maybe evening the game count. But hang on a second, MegD. Couple hits. Jeff still can't find his footing. Picks up the stop sign once again, trying to put a stop to this aggression from MegD. Once again, we say it's unorthodox aggression from MegD.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a different player on my screen right now for sure. The way that he's playing, I'm seeing a lot more of approaching right here from MegD, but it's been working out in his favor. Currently, though, getting kind of stomped up. These hits are starting to rack up. Look at that color. Better watch yourself. A downlight Sayer definitely will send him packing from pretty much anywhere as well, too. Yeah, and he's looking for it.
Stomp Sayer, especially facing the right, where Jeff is going to get the KO, but sidelight Sayer comes through. Let's see if the conversion happens. High angle once again. MegD doesn't want to let the recovery rock. Jeff positioning around, tries to swat him out of the sky. That's going to be brutal. That's going to be brutal. He catches him again. How many times is it going to happen?
Yeah, Jeff, I mean, he does not want to try to land next to, obviously you don't want to try to land right next to the OR player because of sidelight Sayer, so he's trying to go over, but this time, I think he picked that option just a little too much, and you saw MegD being like, all right, you try to go, I'm going for the reverse recovery, way high up too, so he gets absolutely sent past that blast zone, but I would give it up to Jeff, at least being able to make a big play like this, getting himself a clean ground pound to get into that lead. But MegD one more time, able to even it up and get the victory as well right after.
And this is the exact position. We'll see it fade out, unfortunately, but I don't blame Jeff for going high in those spots, right? You take the recovery, almost it's like, okay, I take this damage in exchange for being able to land again.
Right.
But just pretty brutal position right here, falling down 2-0 to MegD. See what can happen.
Okay, okay, flex.
Brother said, my name's not Rick. Okay, now 1 second. Okay, Jeff trying to get the two-piece, just a little bit of action. And once again, I mean, you don't need a ton of neutral wins on Taros to be able to pick up stocks, right? So even if Jeff is playing from behind in these damage differentials, Taros can make these comebacks.
Oh, okay, there it is. I mean, gets himself at least down there and try to establish a little pressure. Look at that, already even it up 2 hits. Down air, side air, tries to ShamWow that stock quickly, and he still does, though, the Sair, and that's how MegD is normally getting him with those sidelight Sairs in that like really perfect position. And now Jeff finding himself a couple of Sairs, no downlight required, but at the edge of the stage, so it's definitely a guaranteed stock.
Okay, stack position means the end light is coming from the orb player on MegD. Tries to slam the ball down with the dare, doesn't get too much more after that. Jeff jockeying for position, looking for something to maybe tack on a little more before he inevitably falls.
He's moving. Trying to scoop him up, can't find it. All right, boom. Getting sent up to the skies real quick. Nothing crazy happening here on the stage just yet, but yeah, just kind of dance around. Nobody wants to be the first person to whiff and end up getting hard punished for it.
Oh, wow, okay. Crazy spacing from both of the players here. This is sidelight Sair for stock, okay. But you did get MegD into yellow. I like this a lot more from Jeff. He's kind of taken a page out of MegD's book and saying, I can slow the pace down too a little bit. I don't really need to press buttons, get you to whiff punish me, because again, I'm playing probably a 9-4 Teros, which can get a KO and a couple of Sairs.
All right, boom. Oh, he went 9-4s? Goat.
He probably
a goat.
we'll find out after the game, but let's see.
All right. Jeff right now, yes, again, struggling to get down to the ground. Does manage to find it this time around. MegD going for a, honestly, a good option, really. Jeff does usually like try to go over his head, so that would have been a nice bit of damage he could have added up.
Okay, and now how do you land against MegD? You use the soft platform to your advantage. Jeff stomping around again, gets disarmed, has to go high angle. Let's see if MegD covers it with a recovery again. Jeff lands in time.
Oh, he is running away right now, trying to get himself a weapon. Finally finds it here. But is it too little, too late? MegD already got him to the side and just surprise Sair. You thought I was going to wait for you? Absolutely, I'm going to meet you halfway.
And look, that's the reason why so many people just send it high, right? Because you're like, okay, if I get clipped out of the sky with a Sair, I'm going to get KO'd anyway. If I try to play off the wall mix-up, then maybe he just waits, picks up a sidelight Sair. It might be an inevitable outcome to some of these players, but Jeff playing from behind now on the back foot, needs to get 2 stocks and 3 games in order to stay in this one.
Uh-oh. All right, so he's covering the space here on the side, but the neutral air actually going to do it. Don't get to see that KO too often, but yeah, got enough damage here on the MegD. Great coverage as MegD tries to go over his head, but not going to allow him access. Now he's going to have to fight him out again. He's trying to get a little aggressive here. Oh, MegD, wow, very late hit on that downlight, but it still works out for him.
Yeah, just holding forward is MegD again, something we are not used to seeing all that often. But MegD making it work for him, gets the Sair on the way out. It is even in damage. Jeff has a shot here.
Jeff finding some down airs. Hold on. Yeah, he's still got to watch the way he's whiffing, though. That's the biggest thing that he doesn't want to do here against MegD. Now they're both kind of dancing around. That's a whiff punish clean from MegD.
Okay, watch for the sidelight from MegD if the gauntlets are equipped. Jeff's been dodging out a decent amount. We saw some KOs get picked up off of that pattern earlier in the set.
Ooh. Guarding that weapon, John wanted to swap, though. That makes sense, though. I mean, both of them are, I think, the weapon that they should use until just right now a sidelight Sair is starting to become a little dangerous. You're going to see MegD threaten with it after probably like 1 more exchange.
Okay, Sair comes through, though, but look at the ground. Now Jeff goes stomp Sair in this position, potentially.
Right.
See, got to come up soon. Wall slip was online. Oh, that's a whiff punish, but there was no weapon for Jeff, so it's not that big.
All right, as long as Jeff does not whiff and like continue forward to where he ends up getting sidelight Sair off the screen. Wait, that works out. Just finds the stomp. While we're talking about what could have happened, let's talk about what happened on that screen. The stomp comes through, perfect timing to middle of the stage, just enough damage to get him past that blast zone.
Yeah, I like that there was a pretty blatant mode change from Jeff, right?
Yeah.
As soon as the damage threshold was like kind of dark orange approaching red, he was like, bet, stomp Sair, let's go.
Yeah.
He gets there, gets one on the board. It's still a tall order to get the reverse 3-0 over on MegD, but it's a good start.
1, brawl.
Okay, taking it right back to the small fortress line. We're definitely loving the stage right now. Here we go. Jeff, though, able to squeeze out a game. Sometimes you only really need one to really start getting that momentum, but don't want to count MegD out by any means. Obviously, he has 2 games already under his belt, so see what he can do. Oh, wow, the movement to actually get that neutral layer. Can't get a follow-up off of it. That was still super nice, though. Oh.
Okay, MegD. There's been a lot of jumps out from Jeff on the sidelight from MegD's gauntlet, so we'll see if MegD maybe starts to get clued in a little bit more.
Yeah, that's going to be something he's probably going to have to keep in mind of how Jeff likes to try to continuously still get over him. I really feel like I haven't seen a single low recovery from Jeff that I can remember getting hard punished, but those high recoveries are definitely getting a little blown up.
Using that soft platform as a little bit of safety for Jeff, being able to reset some of the movement, come down, figure out an approach angle. But meanwhile, MegD just completely comboing the mess out of Jeff for just a moment.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
What? I did not expect that. That felt like it hit harder than usual.
Yeah, we should check that.
Man, got guilty your counter.
The lights can't come soon enough. I don't know. That was crazy.
My man might be in 10-4, so I don't know how he got that extra point, but they gave it to him anyway.
Oh my gosh, there's the recovery pattern once again from Jeff and MegD. This interaction has been favoring MegD a lot. Playing from a stock behind the Sair is going to close that one out and make it pretty much a negligible to 0 lead now. Jeff looking around, soul searching for a weapon, waiting for the spawn. It goes over on MegD's side. Of course, when he runs over, throws it away, able to start for a little bit longer.
Oh. All right, little 3-piece right there. And now, honestly, he's still adding up. That was a little extra at the end, too. Jeff is just running, trying to find a weapon. Finally gets a hammer in his hand, but he's taking so much damage already just to get this weapon. How can he get it back? Can't land on the ground yet. Bad positioning. That is a cleaned up stock from MegD.
That was so clean. And I was about to say it's getting problematic with these, again, these initiating hits on Gauntlet. It was like dodge away, dodge away, dodge away. And then finally he goes, let's go for the mix-up here. MegD gets the just easy follow-up with the recovery. One stock away from proceeding in the elimination bracket.
Bro, Jeff has been unarmed for so long, or at least when he does get a weapon, he's not done no weapon damage for like at least a minute. This is not looking good for him. It is just escaping him. We almost got a double recovery. I'm surprised he even swung there, but it got him out of harm's way.
Yeah, a lot of landing hitboxes are being presented, and MegD is just saying, okay, easy whiff punish. It's going to be the recovery. Next iteration could do it. Yeah, we're trying to extend it a little bit further just to make sure you secure the stock. But if you're MegD, you're feeling pretty good.
MegD. Yeah, he is sitting right near the... Oh, okay.
Pause.
And it works.
Pause. Cross court gets the hit. I mean, look, it's not over till it's over.
Nope. Oh my God.
Scoops it out of the recovery again. That's such a weird interaction we've been seeing today.
I can't believe Jeff is still trying to go over his head, though. But you know what MegD can do with it. The Sair does it. There it is. And MegD is going to keep it moving here on the loser side of things. He's going to the qualifiers. But still, bro, what a way to shut down the Jeff offense, bro. Jeff was always trying to get over MegD's head. Not at all. You're not allowed to do that. MegD showing you that he can play offensive and very defensively at the same time.
For sure.
He was pushing the gambit, but then when it came down to like keeping that advantage defensively, he was always able to do it.
Yo, shout out